Alright. Tomorrow future fight time. Back to it then, as they say. Nothing like showcasing the new uniform. Hey, Fat Bubba, good to see you. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'll say, did I glitch out? Am I not loading? What's going on? Waiting for other players any day now. Of course. I had a feeling it was going to glitch out. Oy. Let's try this again. Load, darn it. Let me play. Not to be afraid, Dormammu. I'll make this quick and painless. Is that a AI pic of you? It is. It is. I described myself to artificial intelligence, and it came up with that image, and it's pretty damn close. I don't have my camera on today. Why? Why is it not work? I don't understand why I can't get into a game. Can you get into a game? It's kind of dumb. Just want to play. Let me play, damn it. course it works this time. Good enough. Clear is clear. Damn, I did like nothing. Brutal. I guess he's just not good in GBR. I was told he's meta and AB with the new uniform. Which is my favorite game mode anyway. Are there new uniforms to buy yet? I know we're supposed to be getting a new one for Venom, or is that Tuesday that's coming out? Can't remember. Let's check. Okay. Mid-month is not here yet. We move on. Alas. A lot of these are offline game modes. Ooh, wonder what I scored. Of course it's still calculating. I never know until after my stream. Let's do some auto clear stuff. Yeah. Yet again, we are out. So, upgrade cards. Phoenix feathers. We're out of room. Gotta burn through some. Jackpot at 6-star. Yay. Jackpot double 5. Very rare you get 6 stars. Man, stream's quiet today. What are you doing, Fat Bubba? How's life? You like the new uniforms? What do you think of this update? Did you clear all stars for the whatchamacallit, the Hujima on 15, stage 15 that they finally gave us? Ooh, fancy candy. Hold on. Having stuff I shouldn't. Sorry, I had to do daddy thing. No worries, man. Little ones come first. Had my 7th kid. Holy crap, dude. You got a whole army there. Congratulations, though. 7. Wow. How old's your oldest? $19. Nice. Any grandkids yet? My oldest is 26. I've got 2 grandkids. They grow too fast. Like weeds. Not yet? Okay. Now 19. Might be right around the corner. Something you don't want to hear if your oldest is your daughter, but, you know. I assume the new Gore is PvP still, just like the old one. But he doesn't seem to be doing too good. Mine keeps getting deleted, too. You don't think Gore's supposed to be PvP? Is he PvE now? Interesting. So curious, what's behind the screen name? 50-50? Always a little bit of both? Yeah, so he sucks at both. Gotcha. What's the story behind the screen name, Fat Bubba? I'm kind of curious. Hey, Big Surf. Good to see you. How are you? Chaudhry, welcome. Hello. How many kids you have? Just 2. Previous marriage. Boy and a girl. 26 and 24. I'm pretty good, Big Surf. I'm just playing some Shining Force. I'm kind of a little annoyed. I forgot one of the characters because I haven't played since I was a kid. Came out in '92. I still have the physical copy of it. I forgot to pick up character in chapter 3 and you can't go back, and I want all the characters, so I started from scratch again, and I'm very frustrated because of how much grinding I did, because I grind my characters as high as possible to make the battles easier. A typical strategy for games like Shining Force. My favorite game growing up, probably Shining Force CD is my favorite in the series. And then when I'm done, I'm probably going to play Lufia. That's probably another one of my favorite RPGs growing up. 5 boys and 2 girls. I'm sorry, 5 girls and 2 boys. I don't know how I inverted that. So the newest addition from yesterday, is that a boy number 2 or is that girl number 5? All right. Oh yeah, infinite mode. I'm gonna have to switch to my phone for that, so don't lag. Always lags on my computer when I play. Boy number 2. Oh, I gotcha. Gotcha. Team Battle Arena. World Boss. Dimension Missions is offline gaming mode stuff. I think I want to do Alliance Battle. Because Team... screw it. Let's just do 5 plays on this real quick. Even though it's autoplay stuff. Gives us all a chance to talk. Got all the new uniforms. Got them maxed out. Yeah, I've had Gore at tier 4. Oh, no, had him. Got him to tier 4. He didn't have tier 4 prior to this. Wow, yeah, I do have him tier 4. I'm not having a lot of success with him in PvP, though. What about you, Dante? I still have an authority on him, though, and we all know Conquest is a better option. Can you try Null, Gore, and Agent Venom team up in timeline battle? Sure. Who is worth building? Out of the new uniforms? Odin. Apparently he's meta now in AB. I don't know if Gore is worth building, and Valkyrie is a support, so you only need to tier 4 her for World Boss. Some people are saying she's swap meta with Crescent for Combat Female Day. Oops. Keeps going to sleep on me, I'm sorry, as I step away. Gore isn't up to the expectations. Yeah, that's the same I'm feeling. Odin is the only good option this update. Well, I think Valkyrie's uniform makes her better support, and like I said, as far as I know, people are saying she's swap meta. Hello! Good to see you, Jiraiya. Always love seeing a fellow Naruto fan. And you're a regular. So is Jiraiya... I assume Jiraiya is from Naruto. It might not be. It might be something else. But you have the Sannin, and Jiraiya was one of the 3 Sannin. So I assume that's a Naruto reference. If it is not... Sorry. If it is it safe to say Jiraiya is your favorite character? It's from Naruto for sure. Awesome. Yeah, out of all the anime out there, Naruto is my favorite. And I don't have a favorite series. Like, the original was really good. Shippuden was good for its own reasons. Boruto, of course, is a continuation, so it's kind of cool to see him as an adult and as the Hokage finally. I don't like his kid as much as I liked him growing up, but Pervy Sensei, that's right. There were so many good characters in that. I think my favorite was probably Neji, followed by Hinata, and then obviously you gotta like Naruto. He's just a very likable character. With Naruto, it's so hard to pick a favorite because I have time when Itachi is cool, Minato, etc. Yeah, I get that. It is hard because there's so many. Who's your favorite from Naruto? Mine is Shikamaru. Yeah, like I was saying, Neji, Hinata, Naruto are the top 3 favorites for me. There's a lot of good characters for different reasons. Shikamaru is a really cool character too. Like, there's just so many really good characters in that show. I like the Byakugan. That's one of the cooler skills, in my opinion. I do like the whole healing idea and stuff. Madara. Oh, Madara. That is a surprise, but hey, some people like the villains too. Nothing wrong with that. My biggest complaint about Naruto is the fillers. I don't think the fillers were necessary, but at least they didn't change it too far from the manga, so it could have been worse. I absolutely love animation, American or Japanese, but there is a My Anime list online, so I've got a profile on that. There's tons that I've seen and enjoy. He was a villain, but could fix the world. He actually could stop all wars. True, but his way of going about it seemed pretty extreme. Rock Lee was cool too. Yes, Rock Lee was badass. At least it's not One Piece fillers. I couldn't get through One Piece. It's not that I hated One Piece. Luffy D. Monkey, really weird name, but interesting character. Very charming character, obviously. Fearless, good hero type character. I mean, very cool crew of his misfits pirates that did less pirating and more just being on a ship and calling themselves pirates, but yeah. I think I got through, what, 4 or 5 seasons, maybe, of One Piece? I mean, it's long. Live action from good. Oh, the live action One Piece? Yeah, that was actually pretty impressive, considering how they've butchered a lot of live action adaptations. They've changed a lot of stuff. That one actually did pretty decent. Guy Sensei at the end, if you know, you know. Peak anime. Yes. I assume you mean his final moments, but yeah. Still love that scene to this day. Guy Sensei, I'm gonna take them off now. And he drops the weights and the whole room just goes boom, and he's like lightning speed, and he still loses the Gato. I really thought he'd kick his ass, but you know, you are talking about a Jin Shiriki versus essentially somebody who can't use ninjutsu, so I get it. The Red Dragon. Naruto was goated until it became way too overrated. I don't know if it ever felt too overrated to me. I don't know. I always thought it was like just the right amount of goated for me. But that personal preference, right? I mean, some people like what they like. I think I feel like Dragon Ball Z gets more overhyped than any of the, and it's not because Dragon Ball Z is bad. It's just Dragon Ball Z fans have a tendency to. I watched Bleach. I liked it until like the first season was fantastic, but it really went downhill once they got into the other world after a while, and I don't know. I kind of lost interest in Bleach after I think 2 seasons or 3 seasons. Once he saves her, they should have stopped it. When they continued it after saving her, I was just like, I just couldn't get through any more seasons at all, personally. Should watch the 1,000-Year Blood War. Its final season is coming. I never heard of that one actually. I've seen some really Goku can beat Superman. You can't change my mind. That's my point, Big Surf Man. So many people hype up Goku Kakarot so much, and I'm just like, he's a cool character. I just, or like the big one. So I'm a huge fan of One Punch Man. Obviously, the manga's way better than the anime. The animation in the first one was top notch, but season 2, and I haven't even watched season 3 yet because they like really phoned it in for season 3, which I'm very pissed about. They kind of ruined it. But the big argument is Saitama versus Kakarot. Like who would win? And everyone's like, oh, Goku would win. And I'm just like, I'm pretty sure Saitama would win. And there's arguments for both why one would win versus the other. But it's like, the big thing I keep coming back to is Saitama literally has never been defeated. That's his big thing, is he defeats everything in one punch. Like, I don't understand how, and it's a different world, right? They have different standards inside their world. And like, I've seen people like real hardcore Dragon Ball Z fans online be like, nah, Krillin would make Saitama his bitch. Wouldn't even need Goku. It's like, nah, you don't understand how Saitama works. Like, Saitama also scales instantly in battle to instantly match whoever he's fighting. So it's like he has no limiter and is literally instant scaling. Goku has actually perished before. And Goku usually goes and trains and comes back. And I mean, it seems like there's no limit the way he he just goes, trains, and he's more powerful all the time in each iteration. And I get that, but like Saitama's like instantaneous scaling. And every single opponent he's ever faced, he's never been defeated. But again, we've seen Goku defeated. And even if, again, there's different power scales in the world, the mechanics, the way the character is designed, to me, it doesn't make sense. The funny thing is, if Goku and Saitama ever met, they'd be friends. Like, neither one would want to fight the other one. It's kind of a moot point anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, it's my fictional character is stronger than your fictional character. It's like, just enjoy it. It's like, it don't matter who would win. Saitama, don't hold back. Goku will let him hit him. Let's just, Goku has died and brought back to... Right. Saitama has infinite potential, infinite strength, infinite speed. Yeah, the only thing he lacks is big and IQ because he's just one punches. Yeah. I mean, Saitama seems to be slow and oblivious to stuff, which is part of the humor behind the show. I don't know. I understand the reason it's a debate. I don't think it's a clear cut and dry. Like, I think Saitama would win, but I don't think it's like cut and dry. I believe there's a genuine discussion between the two. However, I still think it leans in Saitama's favor. Goku versus One Punch Man, I wonder who would win. Lol. Interestingly enough, One Punch Man is just the name of the comic or manga, and anime, it is not the name of the character. His name is the Cape Baldy. That's his superhero name. That's why he tells everyone to call him Saitama, because that's his actual name. Let's just Goku has died. Yeah, okay, I already read that. Yeah, no, I definitely some interesting stuff. And I go pretty old school with some of the anime. Like I'll pull up my, don't make me pull up my mal. I will. If you want to hear my anime list, I'll read off in order my favorite to least favorite from what I could find from what I remember, because I've been watching since I was a kid. Like the oldest one I've ever seen was Transor Z, or at least that's what I think it's called, Megazord Z or something. In Japan is the rough translation, but in America in the 80s as a kid we called it Transor Z. Let's do some quick clears. I usually do one where I push it, and then I do the rest on 9. It's dumb. You always want to push it as far as possible for the best rewards, and if you can unlock higher missions. And then I'm going to switch to my phone, unless folks have questions or topics they want to discuss. You get me talking about one of my favorite things, so I'm talking. If you all want to see me cheat later, I'll play one of the games I've been playing. If I can get it to stream properly. Shining Force. I grew up with it. I love it. And I'm pissed because I missed a character. So I'm going back and playing again. So I decided to use Game Genie and make it to where I can control the enemies, because I don't want to grind for the hours. I grinded for hours. I was like pushing myself to level 15 without promotion, and I just started chapter 3, and I just missed that Koichi, what the pilot guy and the machine that flies. I just missed him because I just got past Boostok or whatever, the mining town where you get Xylo. I was so mad. So I have to start over. So I'm starting at level 1, and I'm so frustrated because of how much grinding I did. So I'm just gonna cheese it up to where I was, and then when I get to where I was, I'll turn off the cheats and play normal again. I mean, technically, aggressing out of battle and spamming the same battle to level up in a way is kind of an exploit, but that's the way I always played it as a kid. Well, the first time I didn't know about it, but after a while I'm like, hey, look what I can do. I can be some super strong. It's amazing. I know there's a Game Genie cheat code that allows you to jump to level 19. That's dumb. I'd rather control the enemy and slowly grind it up, because it's like the instant level jump, I don't think it balances your stats right as if they're randomly generated from leveling. So I'd rather do it that way. First anime one most people saw was Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon wasn't around when I was a kid, man. I was born in 81. I don't remember. I don't even remember when Pokemon came out, but it was long after. My first one was definitely Transor Z. It was before my time too. I also saw Speed Racer as a kid, which was another one, and Voltron technically is arguably anime, because it's like it was actually drawn by Japanese artists. It was an actual anime that they imported to the US, and then they had no idea what the script was, and they made up their own voiceovers for the scenes. So in animation itself, it is anime, but they did a American version of the original show, and it's fairly entertaining in my opinion that they did that. Don't remember if Thundercats is considered one or not. But yeah, it was... So it all depends on the generations, Big Surf, but I get it. You're right. A lot of people, Pokemon was one of the... it was the first that they were introduced to in a certain generation. Do you have any tips to beat the Inhumans dispatch mission? Probably. I'd have to look at which one it is again. What stage are we talking? I'll take a look after this. If it's the stage I'm thinking of, it's going to be even easier now for who's available than it was back when I cleared it. 14.5, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. That was a pain in the ass to do. It should be easier now with a lot of the new uniforms. I'm pretty sure I used Black Bolt too. You have to manually play it first of all. The biggest problem is ignore defense is huge in clearing those dispatch missions. I have, like, obviously maxed out cards and swords now and stuff, so it's a little bit easier for me than for some people, but even I struggled on that stage, and I had to play it multiple times before I could do it. Not to mention, I went dispatch. I don't know why I keep going to dimension missions. Let's see. 14.5. So Inhuman, clear with 3 Inhuman characters. Let's see who's available. I'm trying to remember who I used to finally clear this. I struggled on the stage for the longest time. Let's see. Kid Kaiju has an artifact, but we don't care as much about that. The main folks, I feel like when I originally cleared it, I was using Black Bolt, Kamala, and Medusa, and I had a very well-built Medusa. Medusa has the support, Black Bolt with the leadership and the damage. You just need to stick and cram on his rotation over and over again. Do you have Tier 4 Kamala, Crystal, and Black Bolt? If you do, I think I would recommend you take Black Bolt leadership, Crystal, and Medusa as your team. That's the way I would go about it, and then you really just have to hammer away. You have to have a really well-built account and characters. This is one of the harder ones to clear, in my opinion, on 14. Not much of tips, but that's the advice I would give. Let's just go. Okay, I saw that. I think it's 14.5. Would you need Tier 4 Black Bolt? I do have Crystal and Kamala. Yeah, you would. Well, if you're going to use Black Bolt, yeah, you would need him Tier 4. I have him tiered forward with the Halloween uniform to clear it. It is a very hard stage to clear. I barely cleared it, if I remember correctly. I think I had seconds left, like less than 20 seconds for sure to clear by the time I finally cleared it. It is a pain in the butt, and I had to use the Striker Helper, where you have your friend jump in, on the last boss. And I still barely cleared it. And that was back then. Today it should be a lot easier with Crystal and Kamala. Yeah, I would, like I said, I would still go with Black Bolt, Crystal, and Medusa is still the way I would go about it. That I think is going to give, and again, manually play it. You have to manually play it, and you have to repeatedly stay on his rotation to wipe them out as quick as possible between stages, because there's 3 stages. There's stage 1, you go through a portal. Stage 2, you go through a portal, and then stage 3 is the boss. You want to make sure you let all your skills cool down. Do not walk through the portal until all your skills are cooled down, so you can pop off your rotation as soon as you start fresh on the new section. So do that for both portals. Pause and let all your skills cool down before you walk through. I have the seasonal uniform for Black Bolt, but I don't want to tier 4 him. He's not really worth tier 4ing, but if you want to try to clear it, it's going to be a pain in the butt not to. You could try Medusa's leadership. I think she has leadership. It's just not as good as Black Bolt's. You could try Medusa's leadership and run with Crystal and Kamala if you have both of them. I mean, you'll need Medusa just for the support alone, so give that a try at least. So if you're not going to use Black Bolt, Just using him for the leadership is going to hurt you. You basically need 2 really heavy hitters and a support. And like I said, I have my Medusa built. I think when I ran it, I had a Rage on my Medusa too, because she was meta for a while in AB. She's not anymore. Hasn't been for a long time. I'm not tired. You're tired. Stop yawning. Wake up, Blaze. You are here to stream and entertain. I don't think I'm clearing this with this team. I want to, but I don't think it's going to happen. I've been struggling. So I've been dropping it down. I'll try 1 run. And when it doesn't work, I'll just drop it back down to 9 because I hate repeating over and over and over and over and over again. And I kind of want to just get the clears done and get back to some Shining Force. As much as I love Marvel Future Fight, I've got my Shining Force itch on. Let me know how it goes for you, Jiraiya. Let me know if you're able to clear it. I hope it works. Wow, she really jumped out of my tier 4 and I did no damage with it. That pisses me off. Oh, not my tier 4, my tier 3. My 6. My level 6 skill. This one right here, the big old one. She just really walked out of it and just watched me hit the ground and light it up. Oh, it's so frustrating. So, Big Surf, what is your favorite anime? Apparently, Pokemon was your first. Yeah, I don't like how this is trending. Machamp. Is that your favorite Pokemon character? What I always thought was interesting is, you know, a lot of people didn't actually realize that Pokemon was short for Pocket Monster. Dragon Ball Original, Naruto, and Bleach, those are your 3 favorites. Did you not like Dragon Ball Z as much as the original Dragon Ball? I didn't watch all of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. It's too long for me, and even though it's entertaining, and I do enjoy it, I like it better than One Piece, but it's just, there's too much. Just, I think that was one of the problems I had with Naruto. I eventually binge-watched the whole thing, all 900, like the original 300, and then the 400 of Shippuden, and then I watched all the movies and stuff. Yeah, I had to do a spree, and it took me... Man, I was watching like almost like 2 or 3 a day. I think it took me a good couple years. But I finally got through it all, and I enjoyed it, even the fillers. What I don't like is the episodes where they stopped and said, "Oh, yeah, I see you fell for my blah, 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 because I knew you would do this, so I did that, and this is what happened." It's like, dude, just fight him. Like, don't explain your move for an entire episode. Like, don't just fight. That was my biggest problem with Naruto, is like the episodes that would literally just, they'd stand there explaining what they did and why they did it, and it's like, I don't care. Kick his butt. Shut up. 7 Deadly Sins. I don't remember. Nah, I think I watched some of that. I don't think I got into that one. But fair. Not criticizing it. I just, yeah, like hearing what people like. Run away! Run away! 36 seconds. I don't think this is happening, by the way. Which is why I usually don't try it with this team, because as you can see here, it's, if I could burst her down here, it would work, but I know I can't. Not on this stage, at least. Oof, I missed a skill. Ha-ha! Gotta love phone lag. I mean, emulator lag. Dragon Ball Z, good, kinda. Bricked the series for me. Interesting. Hello, welcome, X-Saber. How are you today? How's your gaming going? How's your Marvel future fighting treating you? I'm getting too much lag on my LD player. It's the emulator I use to the game with a USB controller because I think it's superior to touchscreen. Good, thanks. Yeah, absolutely. What's on your mind for today? We're talking about anime. I'm trying to clear some. Wait, what happened there? Did I go back too far? Did I go too far? Oh yeah, I did. I went one too far. Trying to clear some Black Swan. I'm going to drop it because I get frustrated. Smoother on the phone, but my phone heats up and it's tiny, and the older I get, harder it is to see. I really wish, and I've said this in many streams, and I'll say it again, I really wish Marvel Future Fight would just port this to the PC, have a native way of playing it on the PC. That would absolutely be amazing. So you could use a USB controller. The game is fantastic. The graphics are amazing. And to have max graphics and use the PC to actually fuel those graphics would be awesome. And yeah. Super have me favorite arc Tournament of Power. If that is the name of an anime, I never heard of it. Don't you dare dash. That's right. That's right. Take the punishment, Black Swan. You've become my bitch. Alright, final chance. Y'all want to hear some of my favorite anime? Let me pull up my list. Read off some of them. Which rotation is better? 2, 3 delay, 5, 4 for Storm. Storm's best rotation is 3 delay cancel for a second, 5, 4, 1, 2 right away. So 3 is the only delay. You instantly cancel everything else. I do 1, 2 because 1 makes you dash, so I can stay in place. You go like this, like that, and then you slip in another 1, 2 on cooldown like this. And then when the 6 is ready, you do a 3, 5, 4, 1, 2, 6. And if you can't, if 2's still on cooldown, you can pop right into it. And then when there's 4 seconds cooldown on 5 and 4, you can cancel your 6 at that point with a 1, 2. That's the best rotation for Storm. Now, sometimes in World Boss, you do want to end with 1, so you can kind of run away. But this is the A-B rotation. Yeah, no problem. The slight delay on 3 is about a second, but what you're looking for is the lightning bolt and tornado that comes down right there. You see a bolt of lightning, and when that bolt of lightning hits the ground, that's what you want. That kind of amplifies your other skills inside of it. Does some sort of weakness to her, too. I'm going to save my 6 because she's about to switch. Yeah. My Storm does really bad due to my really low instinct attack. Let me guess, you have a competition on her. I mean, the new blue one. I think it's competition. What's your favorite anime? My favorite anime? Like I was saying, top of the list is Naruto, hands down. But I've got a lot that I like. I mean, I've seen so many over the years. My rotations that I use for my characters are all on my Excel spreadsheet that everyone has access to in my Discord. If you go into the tip section, there's a link to it. But usually a lot of my rotations are built off of some of the best players in Marvel Future Fight. We're talking like top 10 AB players. I don't talk to a lot of them anymore, but I'm still in one of the top alliances, so I occasionally get it from some of the best players. The only one of them that I know for a fact that publicly displays the rotations is Bob Sarge, who has a YouTube channel. He'll show you Storm's gameplay, and he basically plays her just like this. Well, because that's one of the people I learned this rotation from. Yeah, competition. Yeah, that was your mistake. Without the proper instinct on Storm, competition does terrible on her. Competition needs instinct. She's much better. I have a brilliant rage on mine. Have you watched Solo Leveling? I have, and I absolutely love it. I am not sorry. My anime list. MyAnimeList.com. Log in. Username. I don't have to read the whole list. I can just read off my top ones, and if y'all want to check it out, you can check it out. Let's go to my profile. I am reading the manga too, by the way, for One Punch Man. Usually I don't read a lot of manga. I'm usually more of an anime person. I like comics better than I like manga. Let me sort these by the score. Yeah, there we go. There you go. I'll put it in Twitch too, in case y'all are curious over here as well. Anyway, number 10 at the top, Naruto, and then One Punch Man Season 1. One Punch Man second season, so those are all 10. The ones that I ranked at 9, Monohime, which is Princess Mononoke, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, Vampire Hunter D, Jubei Ninpucho, which is Ninja Scroll, Naruto Shippuden. Yeah, I have that as a 9. I like the original one a little bit better. Final Fantasy Advent Children, the complete edition, which is much longer. I probably should drop that actually in the ranking to an 8 because even though I like the additional footage, I'm going to update that to an 8 because even though I like the footage and with the additional footage, it drags on. Little Witch Academia, Magi, the Kingdom of Magic, Tokyo Ghoul, Baku no Hero Academia, My Hero Academia, Berserk, Boku no Hero, My Hero Academia 2, Little Witch Academia. Why is that listed twice? What's the difference between these two listings? Little Witch Academia, Little Witch Academia. Okay, apparently one just says TV. Okay. And then season 3 of My Hero Academia is also ranked 9. Kitsume no Yaba, which is Demon Slayer. Hero Academia season 5. I don't know why 4 is missing from here. Sosu no Frieren, or Frieren Beyond Journey's End, I have as a 9. I probably should put that up at a 10. That's a phenomenal series. One Dak Level Up no Ken, which is the solo leveling season 2, which I thought was better than season 1. I have that ranked as 9. And then down in the 8s, Fushuki Yugi, Sen no Chiro an Kamikutsu, which is Spirited Away. Lodos, Record of Lotus War, is also ranked at 9. Elfen Lied, or Elfen Lied, depending on how you want to pronounce it. I think it's Elfen Lied is how it's pronounced, but I have that as an 8. Hellsing, Escaflowne, Kashan Robot Hunter, Fairy Tale, Blue Exorcist, Magi the Labyrinth of Magic. Which one was this? Looks like... Oh, The Devil's a Part-Timer. Season 1. Season 2 is not as good. My Hero Academia, the movie, I put as an 8. Vinland Saga, I put as an 8. Oh, My Hero Academia Season 4 I have as an 8 as well as Season 6. What's this one? There's 2 more, by the way. Solo Leveling I put as an 8, but Season 2 I put as a 9. This one is... Which one is this? That looks familiar. Is that the Unwanted Undead Adventure? I don't think it is. Yeah, it is the Unwanted Undead Adventure. Okay, that's the other one. Then I have it ranked at 8. And then you can look at the rest of the list yourself. We've got a lot on there. Some of them I don't have ranked at all, or I have on the list as like future we'll watch stuff. It's just high level off the top of my head. There's some things that I forgot to rank as well. But I tried to put what I've watched so far and rank everything that was there. So there you go. There's my list, for better or for worse. Put a Judgment or Rage on her. A Rage. Like, I don't think a Judgment does as well on her. I will probably wait for CTP Unequip 0 cost event. I don't want to lose my only competition. I mean, you absolutely 100% want to unequip your competition. You don't want. I agree with you. But I don't think there's ever a 0 unequip event. There is half off unequip event, but there is not a free unequip event. You have to buy that, which gives you 24 hours of free unequipping for as many times as you want. But yeah, there's no event that gives you a free unequip. Oh, probably, yeah. They did give it this anniversary's starting. Really? Okay, never mind. I do not recall a free unequip event. Oh yeah, by the way, those of you who are not familiar, I have a Discord. If you all want to join it, you can. There's rules to follow. So as long as you follow the rules, you're fine. But if you decide to not follow the rules, I have 0 tolerance lately for BS and drama. I want to play games and I want to have fun. And I want to talk about things I enjoy. So if you want to come, be cool, and ask questions, go ahead. You have to read the rules and react by doing the emoji check mark. And it will allow you to get to where you can assign your own roles, which basically you put your interests in. So if you don't want to hear about martial arts or religion, then don't choose those roles and you won't hear about them. And if you do, then put that you like them, and you will hear about them. I think only new and returning players. Oh, for the free unequip stuff, that would make more sense. Oh, you're facing against me, Black Swan. That's alright, I put it on easy mode. Alright, as I'm wrapping this up, I am going to... think and not talk. I'm just going to make you wait in suspense. What is Blaze going to say? What is he trying to say to me? Speak! Speak, streamer. Speak. Let your words be known. I'm going to switch to my phone and play Storm. And then I think I'm going to play some more Shining Force. But I'm going to be cheating and grinding. So if y'all want to continue to chit-chat about random, cool, fun, geeky nerd stuff, I'll stream while I'm cheating on Shining Force. If none of y'all care, then I will wrap it up after my Storm stream. Unless someone wants account questions. We're not going to do account reviews anymore. We're going to answer questions. Speaking of which, I still need to do like... I was going to do like a master question answerer, where it's like basically I'm giving people almost the same advice when I was doing account reviews. Something that Solar noticed. So I'm like, you know, it's valid. So maybe I say the advice I give everyone, and then if people have questions, I send them there first. And then if they have additional questions, I can answer them. I think it's out and out. So I want to be out of the center, in the center, and then out of the center. Yes. Behold my power. The Sorcerer Supreme, Defender of Earth. I will protect you all from the dark dimension and the minions that come from the other worlds. The worlds that you do not want to see, that you could not know the horrors and terrors of. Bow before Doctor Strange. Behold. Like, I don't know who to put a Brilliant Rage on. Okay. So, in my opinion, based upon who I put rages on, I have one. Let's see. I've got 7 Brilliant Rages. Who I chose to put them on and what I recommended. Storm. Yes, I would recommend it. Loki. Yes, I would recommend it. Hulk. Absolutely not. I accidentally rolled it up to a B Rage and just never unequipped it. Scarlet Witch. Yes, I would recommend it. Doctor Strange. Yes, I would recommend it. Jean Grey. No, I would not. Magneto. Not anymore. Other characters to consider for Brilliant Rages that I don't have it on. Odin might be worth putting it on, because apparently he's meta now, but I don't know for sure. Bullseye might be worth considering. Venom might be worth considering. Crescent might be worth considering. Those are the ones I would consider. I have got the competition on... I got 3 Brilliants on Luna, Mephisto, and Zeus. And then I got 3 Mighties on Moon Knight, Hades, and Ghost Rider. I don't remember putting the competition on Ghost Rider. Did I put down the wrong one? Did I write down that I had the wrong one? I'm gonna have to double check now. I don't remember putting a competition on Ghost Rider. Did I put a Why would I put a competition on Ghost Rider instead of like a judgment or a filler? Let me see. Oh, I really did. I put a competition on him. Interesting. I don't know why I did that. Competition scales off of instinct damage, so if you don't have instinct damage, you're wasting your time. And you also want it on characters that do not easily crit, like Moon Knight. I find Moon Knight does better when I use a Moon Knight with competition versus a rage with the new uniform. But this is just what I'm thinking. Why is he unavailable? Doesn't he have a leadership? I thought he had leadership. Why is he unavailable? What did I do wrong? Details, Gladiator. Yeah, he has leadership. Why is he unavailable? Did I use him as a striker somewhere? What is going on? I do not like this. Oh, because I went down too low. I thought I was on 30. There we go. Now that I'm on 30, let's try it again. Half of them have Mighty Rage and only one have one competition. My competition is on Moon Knight. Moon Knight sucks, unfortunately. But, I mean, he's still meta for the speed day. He's just not usable anywhere else but AB. And he doesn't even excel in AB like others do more than him in AB. Like other days, the characters that are meta do more than him, but on speed day, he's the best for his limitation day. The day he can do, he's better than alternatives. Make Winter Soldier. He's better than Winter Soldier. It's not saying much. Should I build Null or Gore? I have Agent Venom's 5-star artifact. I don't know where Gore is good yet. I haven't experimented with him enough. I know you or someone else was asking to see him in Timeline Battle, which I can still show you before I play Storm and AB Infinite Open Day. I know that Null has fallen off. He's not as good as Kang and Sentry. He needs Agent Venom if you're going to use him. You definitely want to use Agent Venom if you're going to use him. I would wait and hold and see what people start thinking about Gore before I decide to build Null, who's an old character, even with his new uniform. That's my opinion. I would hold out. I know high-level PvP stuff. I am a PvE AB player. That is what I know as AB, and it's constantly changing every time new characters come out, so I listen to my alliance. I don't figure out things myself as often. I listen to players that play and experiment and are whales, so you're getting secondhand knowledge, but it's something. At least I'm willing to talk about it. One of my biggest complaints about some of the top players in this game is they either do not do videos, or if they do videos, they don't talk. They don't explain. They don't try to help you understand. And I'll grill them. Like, I'll grill the crap out of them. Like, why does this work? Well, what about this makes it so good? I can beat top 20 Timeline Battle Gore, but can't defeat a gold player's Null. Interesting. Well, it also depends on how they have their Gore built. They might just have the new uniform and don't have him built. See, the thing is, as of right now in most game modes, if you want the best PvP CTP, it is 100% Conquest. And if you don't have a Conquest, it's a huge disadvantage for your character. And even if you have Conquest, you have to roll up the wall to max wall. Max wall, sub-brilliant, is 20, I think, 20 hit points. Max wall brilliant, I believe, is 30. Don't knock me back when I'm trying to do stuff. What's wrong with you? Crazy lady. The one I defeated had a brilliant conquest with Agent Venom support and all. That'll do it. That'll do it. Agent Venom is specially designed for symbiote characters, so a lot of people that play him, if you do put him on your team, you really want Agent Venom if you want to get the most out of him and not have him be a pushover. Got one more clearing me somewhere. I'm just going to drop it down to 9. I just want to get this over and done with. I thought it was Magneto I hadn't run yet, so I probably should have done that up in the mutant range, but I just... Well, yeah, I forgot to run him up here in the mutant. It's fine. I'm using Jean. I'm using Magneto for the leadership. Behold my leadership. After defeated the Gore, that guy's Null one-shotted my sentry. Yeah, Null's big thing is damage. That's why people put greed on him, because he bursts. Conquest is better, but a lot of people run a greed because, again, that damage burst, like he tears people down. Sentry and Kang just tank the crap out of everything while dealing damage. Null's a little squishier. And it seems the tankiness seems to be meta at the moment, from what I can tell. Null goes berserk after activating tier 4. Yep, he does. He does. He will walk through characters. Yay, all your stuff. Okay, who wanted to see my Gore and timeline? I can pop it over. I don't mind. Pick a random person. So you can use the team up now. You wanted to? Okay. I think I can challenge someone to show you. Because I'm pretty sure I did all my runs today. Already. I did them earlier. There it is. Timeline battle. Yeah, I've used all my runs. So let's do a friendly match. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this here. So we'll go here. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing. Where's my PvP team? Here's my PvP team. So I had switched up and used, yeah. So we'll just switch over to Gore. We'll do a friendly battle against, I don't know if you have a preference. Let's go with allies, because a lot of these people actually have good PvP teams. Let's randomly pick someone like this, and then we'll fight. And I guarantee my Gore is going to get snuffed out in seconds. Use Gore lead or Null? Why would you use Null's lead? So when you play PvP, if you're not using a lead that gives you debuff and you don't have a support that gives you debuff, you are setting yourself up for failure. Wait, why are you telling people to F off? What's going on? Oh, you both wanted it? Cool. But why are you telling people to F off, Bubba? What's going on, man? I'll double check Gore's lead, but I don't think Gore gives you much either. But as you can see, I already got my butt kicked. My Gore has an authority with steel. It's not the best option. Yeah, so check this out, right? Null. All he does is give extra attack, dude. Like, no, absolutely not. Never use Null's leadership in PvP. Now, Gore does give... Okay, Gore removes all debuffs. That's fine. I was using Kang because Kang gives 55% increased attack for himself, and he also removes all debuffs for all allies as well. So, for that reason alone, now he only does it with supervillains, so you can't have heroes on the team. So Gore's leadership isn't a fantastic option, unless you're all villains anyway. But never use Null's leadership. You want me to use Agent Venom? I don't think Gore's considered a symbiote character. Is he? Huh! He's considered a symbiote character. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could use Agent Venom with this team. Here, let's do this guy as this trophy. He apparently probably has a much better team than me. See, a lot of people are using Kang because Kang is better, unfortunately. Hello, Ufranet. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, as you can see here, like I said, Kang just tanks damage. That's why Kang right now is like the go-to. Well, not just the counter, but like he's just, yeah. Well, I also picked a character. I'll pick someone who's actually ranked for. So I'm going, you know, see all these stars for their PvP stuff. Those are the ones that are going to give me more trouble. So I mean, I could grab someone who doesn't have that. Right. I just built Silver Surfer and Gore dropped. Oh, Surfer hasn't been meta for a while. That's rough, bud. This team up is right now the best for Gore. Just built Silver Surfer and Gore dropped. Yeah, but Surfer looks cool. Fair. There's a lot that goes into building these characters. I'm not convinced Gore is worth using. And I don't think Agent Venom is either at this point. Like I said, with Kang, he's got that leadership stuff going on. I mean, if you can use Sentry, Sentry's great. Ebony Maw is a great support character. So a team like this is probably going to do much better. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got for today. I'll run some of the auto mode stuff offline so you don't have to see that. Isn't Wolverine as tier 4 striker better to use? I heard Kang was a better striker. Wolverine was the better striker at one time, but I thought that Kang was better. In game, after I purchase Gore Uni, I will have a good symbiote team for Otherworld Battle. Fair. Hey, hello, welcome, Sweet Tab, welcome. I think Gore not for 1v1. He's actually pretty good in Timeline Battle or Team Battle Arena, but not in Timeline Battle. I gotcha. Can you please review my account? I want to know your insights. Sure. What questions do you have, and what's your in-game name? Yep, let's hear your questions. Or do you just want my general opinion? He's good in Otherworld Battle. Gotcha. All for Timeline Battle. If you're not using Conquest, that's what you're doing wrong. You need Conquest Reforged, and you need your wall built out. Now, Null can work with a Greed, so that's acceptable. You have Conquest. Your wall's at plus 20. Nothing wrong there. Your Kang's not tier 4. That's going to be hurting you. His wall is not at 20. You need to reroll that wall to max, like your Sentry has. Because you have the plus 17 for the wall. You need to max that out to 20. Reroll the Greed? There's a 150. Oh, yeah, it only has half of it. It doesn't have the other half, does it? Yeah. That's a good point. You do want the ambush, but you also want the double. No, you do have. Isn't 150 the max for that? I probably have a Brilliant Greed on mine. Of course I have a Brilliant Greed. So I've got 200. But pretty sure 150 is the max. What are you saying that needs to re-roll it for? For the Greed. I think my Wolverine has one. Yeah, he does. He's got a Mighty. Oops. Yeah, 150 is the max. 200 is max for base Greed. Are you? I think that's brilliant. But I think that's the biggest thing I'm seeing on the CTPs is like, so like Null not being a tier 4 is going to hurt you, and not having the max wall. I don't see a problem with your CTP on your Sentry or on your Null personally. My Ghost Rider just stands in timeline battle, is not able to attack. Why is that? Ghost Rider is not designed for timeline battle. It's a terrible choice. Because the new characters basically do full lockdown and iframes, so there's nothing for them to do. The other thing is you don't have your ISO 8 sets fully maxed out. You probably could use a little bit better on your Odin's Blessings as well. And not having this maxed out for your gear hurts as well. You don't have a artifact with a type match. Hey, Rag. Same thing. Like, you don't have your ISO 8 sets finished out, so you're missing a lot of stats. And you don't even have max stats here. So, like, when you're building your characters, your ISO 8s should all be red to get the max bonus. If you can, you want to have the type match artifact. That does a huge boost. And if you can, the instinct match as well. And then you want to have everything amplified and all glowy and stuff. Like, the way you're built, your characters aren't fully built. That's what's hurting you the most. And not having, if you're using Ghost Rider in timeline battle, that's going to hurt you a lot. So you should be using Sentry Leadership with Null and Tier 4 your Kang and use Kang. In the meantime, I think you'd be better off using Spider-Man, which is not really a great choice. But Spider-Man at least has some PvP values, but you should not be using your Ghost Rider. Or at the very least, throw a support character in there. If you have Ebony Maw with the uniform, that's a great support character. Agent Venom is a reasonable support character for Null. If you don't have Ebony Maw or Agent Venom, Colossus is another one. You have Agent Venom. Yeah, throw in Sentry, Null, and Agent Venom, and you'll probably do better. Give that a shot. Oh, you're at Platinum. That's fine. Like I said, Sentry, Null, and Agent Venom. Do that team up. See, tell me how it does for you. You can review mine too. I can't do World Boss Plus fast enough. It takes like 3.5 minutes with my best teams for stage 1. Okay. What is your account and what stage are you trying to do? What world boss are you trying to do? Oof. Pierce is going to be your biggest problem right now. I can already tell you that. You need a lot more Pierce on your account. 7.5% is horrible. Yeah, no, absolutely. Trying to clear them all, but you're stuck at Black Dwarf. Yeah. Yeah, you need better cards, first of all. Better Pierce, better cards. You don't even have the proc on your Luna. You do have the proc on your Ghost Rider at least, but that's pretty low quality. Yeah, you need your Pierce up. That's the number one thing. If you're trying to do stage 1, are you using Doctor Strange? Doctor Strange and Storm. Spider-Man Miles Morales. And if you have Sharon Rogers, will be your best clear options. For a good clear team for now, try to use Doctor Strange self-lead with a double support like Cyclops and Valkyrie. Yeah, never mind, don't use her. I still have the 4 and 5 star artifact selectors. What should I choose? Depends who you need the most. So I typically will go with support character artifacts because they make them better support characters. Like some of the basic ones like M'Baku, Valkyrie, and M'Baku you should already have because you got it for free. Valkyrie makes her a better support character, and Not all of them do, by the way. You have to check them. Like, go through one at a time, but Dazzler is another example. It makes her better support. So if you don't have the support artifact that makes them better support, it actually hurts your account. Once you have all your support ones, I would look through some of the character ones. Like, see, some of them are okay. Like this one here, he does more damage with it. But it's like, that doesn't help anyone else on your account or your team. That's why typically you want to find stuff like Valkyrie, right? If I go to Valkyrie, and I go to her artifact, all allies are getting bonuses. It makes her better support. Same thing is true for Satana. That's why I'm saying, like, support artifacts are going to help your team. So anyone that you use the character with, they're getting more bonus by them being on the team. So I personally recommend going after support artifacts. And towards the top of that list, I would say, I don't think White Fox makes her better. But Satana, the ones that I just showed you, Valkyrie and Baku, Satana, Dazzler, are all good support options. Yeah, hers is self. Hers is worthless. So, hey, officially, like, good to see you. Twitch didn't tell me you were up. Do you have the notifications on in Discord? Because you're in my Discord, I thought. If you have the notify me when I go live, that should tell you there. Those are the ones I would go for. Sweet, are you sweet? Sharon Uni is paywalled. Oh, yeah. But still, even at tier 4, even with her last uniform, that's not a paywall uniform, she still eats stuff. Yeah, Jeff's artifact also increases. That's another example. That any of the ones, but keep in mind, like, where can you use this character? See, Valkyrie and Coulson are two of the best supports in the game because Coulson with his uniform and Valkyrie, period, work with any character, hero, and villain. Jeff only works for hero allies. So if you don't use him with a superhero ally, they do not get the bonus. So even though it can be useful and they can have useful skills, can you use them on other teams? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Like Agent Venom or Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes has a great artifact for Ghost Rider, but it's very niche on how they're used. Agent Venom's artifact only works for symbiote characters, if I remember correctly. Yeah, symbiote allies. So you have to, when you're picking, you have to pick ones that are going to be most effective. Valkyrie works for all characters. White Fox is another great example of a fantastic, but she only works for leadership characters, but some heavy hitters are leadership characters like Luna Snow. Her artifact does nothing for you, though, so you don't want her artifact. Yeah, but I get a lot of Discord notifications. Ah, fair enough, officially live, fair enough. I try to always be on at reset or shortly after when I was recording my audiobook, obviously. So whenever I'm done recording is when I can usually jump on. Man, I wish White Fox gets Crystal Uni soon. I would probably build Dazzler as a support now, as I already got her artifact. There you go. And she is the best support for Storm, who's one of the top meta for PvE. And she got tier 4, so I can use her in World Boss Legendary Plus. Official Eli says, Ironheart is also good support for all characters, but she's premium. That's true. Her Sailor Moon uniform, I'm also focusing on PvP, so I will look for PvP artifacts. Good, fair enough. Do you have Agent Venom's already? Oh, what audiobook for which platform? So I'm on my 4th audiobook. You can find them on Audible. I do have free review codes if folks like to listen. You just have to leave a review and you're done. So if you have any interest in listening to audiobooks performed by me, I didn't write them, I just performed them. Blaze, I wish we can meet at AT. Well, we can. You can just challenge me. Or you mean like actually meet? If you add me as a friend, I can challenge you before I wrap up my stream. On the last stream, I have questioned that my Lucky and Storm are not working well. My ID is Abdullah Obad 7, can you please check? Sure. Sure. I'll take a look, see what I think the problem could be. Sorry, I'm missing comments. A lot of people are commenting. I'm sorry. Abdullah Obad 7. Like that. There we go. So your Loki and Storm are not working. So let's look at your cards first. Well, that's part of it. You don't have very good cards. You need to fix your cards. That's the first thing that's gonna hurt all your characters. Like, toss this card. Get your proc on White Fox. Toss this card. Get the double attack at the bottom of this. Get the quality rolled up. Finish crafting. Yeah, this Infinity one here and this card, both of these are bad cards that you need to replace. So your cards are hurting you. You're doubling up on swords. This is hurting you. You want one of each color. You don't want to have 2 red and 2 orange. You want one of each color. Build-wise, Storm has Rage. She's got the 0.9 you have in Rage. It's actually a great Rage. You did not finish your ISO 8 set. That's going to hurt you. None of your things are amplified and glowing. You are missing Uru slots, right? You got 4 here and you got 4 here. You don't have her gear fully built out. And these are not glowing and sparkling where you make them, like the Odin's Blessings can be amplified. That's going to be hurting you. Loki, you've got the 0.9 and 1. You have increase all basic attacks instead of enraged. That's already hurting you right there. This needs to be re-roll with enraged. You have his artifact, which is fine. You did not finish the ISO 8 set. You do have the sparkly stuff here. Okay. You've got some Uru that you can replace, like that skill cooldown at 3. Well, you're probably hurting on your crit rates. Those aren't maxed out crit rates either. Like, having 3-star stuff on characters with Odin's Blessings hurts me a little bit, and you don't have sparkly on those. You have a physical attack crit rate on an energy character. That physical attack crit rate, Odin's Blessing, only gives him crit damage. It does nothing else for him. He's an energy character. See, double energy is good. Energy critical damage is fine. Yeah, some of these other ones are fine, but that physical one is wasted on him. Yeah, stuff like that. If you change those up, they'll do a little bit better, but then it's also about rotation and how you use them as well. Oh, what audiobook for which platform? Yes, I do have AV. Blaze, I wish we could meet at AT. I don't listen to audiobooks, but I will surely listen to yours. Well, thank you. I like audiobooks. I like listening and recording them. Sure, here's my in-game name. I have 1 friend slot left. Huh. Making me add you? Ugh. That's not how this works. But I'll challenge you real quick if you accept. Cannot send friend requests, so no, you do not have 1 slot left. My Discord link is expired. What? 1 second.
No, it's not so funny anymore, huh? No, it's not so funny anymore, huh?
Try this one. Try this one. Give me 1 second to fix my thing that pops up. Chatbot, chat commands, Discord. Let me edit this. That should work. Yeah, no problem. How about you? Sure. Are you doing it? Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't mind. I'm answering questions, not doing full reviews. But yeah, if you have questions, absolutely. Let me get this other one, and then I'll pop on over to yours. Just keep in mind, these are my opinions. Oh, hold on. Right before that, let me fight with Saber real quick. And then I will go back to Bubba and then Oofernut. Okay? 1 second here. Bubba's first. Arena. Timeline battle. Friendly match. Friends. Let me find Saba. Wait, who's this newbie here? El Lobo Loco. I'm teasing. That's the official Eli on. He's talking to me on Twitch right now. I've known him for years. Good guy. Also does audiobooks, actually. Saba. Let's go. Okay, while I'm kicking your butt, you got a double support on your Sentry. I thought Sentry was banned. Is he not banned in Timeline Battle? I'd rather use Sentry. On Storm, I'm going to give some grace on the missing Uru. They have 2 energy attack on each gear. They can't get more attack unless they have extra obes. True, but if you don't max out your other stats, it hurts you. Holy crap. Why is your Sentry cheating? Saber. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. I see. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. Okay. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Over here like this. Okay. Click this. Click that. Yeah. Put you there. I'm gonna put this over here, like that, and then put you here, and then come back over here, and then over here, and then arena. Okay, chat, and arena. Use timeline and friendly. Or Saber. Let's try that again. And boom. There's Bubba. Are you going to do any more count reviews? I just sent. Yep. Thank you. I'm really sorry I'm doing the change option thing for Loki and Uru is in the past that I have not really understood the game. That's the huge mistake I will work. Yeah, no problem. No problem. That's why you asked for help, man. I'm not judging you. I'm just letting you know, right? Like, that's why we ask for advice. There's no judgment here. What character you used for 3 speed character challenge for dispatch? In the 15, I'll have to double check. Give me a second here after my sentry kicks your sentries back. What is going on with the sentry? Man! Finally! It's right. Take that, Saba! Man, that was brutal. You took out 2 of my characters. Brutal, dude. Now, that's good. That is a well-built team and a well-built sentry. Hats off to you. Hats off to you. I assume you meant for 15 for dispatch. Oh, yeah. If I remember correctly. Hold on. Challenges. Where's the dispatch? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's the dispatch? Where's my dispatch? There it is. Okay. Dispatch. Dispatch. It's not speed characters there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Where is the speed characters? Which one was the speed characters? There's agility characters. Which one are you talking about? It's not the 15s. So what stage? Oh, it was on 14. Oh, now you have to make me remember way back when. Three humans, 3 healings, and then we're gonna go back to the reviews. Bubba first. Surviving, supervillain, super fast movement, female, Akoya, 2 minutes, universal, characters with leadership. I do not see one for speed. Brah. Some tips for dispatch? Absolutely, but let me get through the reviews first. characters. 3 speed characters. Okay. So, finally know what you're talking about. Speed. Some of the best speed characters for clearing. Let's see what options that we have here. You might not have all the same options as me, and if that's the case, you might need to adjust accordingly. So, yeah, you're not going to have any of the ignore defense folks, which is what we really want. Ignore defense really does go a long, long, long way. I'm sorry, ignore dodge. Ignore dodge goes a really long way. If you have folks with ignore dodge, it's going to help. I would say Luna Snow is your #1 agent of destruction here. Luna Snow and Deadpool with some leadership. Maybe consider using, if you have Fury's leadership with Luna Snow and Deadpool. And if you don't have them tiered 4, secondary options would be Spider-Man Miles Morales is an option to consider. I would also consider maybe Rogue if you have Rogue built. Gamora. Moon Knight. Kamala. Yeah, those are the characters I would consider using. I don't remember who I used because I've cleared this a long time ago. As soon as they come out, I clear them. That's why I've got 15 cleared already. Let me go over to folks now. And what was Bubba's name? Bubba. And then we'll get Ufernut if you want to put your name up so I can scroll back up to it. Where is Bubba? What's your question, Bubba? Argent Big Bubba. Interesting. Apparently that's not your name. You lied to me. ARGENTBYGBUBBA. Yeah, that's not your name, dude. First on my friends list. All on the requests. Argent. Okay. Okay. All right, which questions? Not a review friendly fight. Oh, you want a friendly fight? Okay. All right. Now I'm picking up what you're putting down. Y'all want to show your... I'm just saying. I am not a PvP person, so this is not a flex when you kick my butt. I'm just saying. Boom. Let the battle begin. Okay, Ufernut, and there's Ufernut. Oofer cake, I like it. I'm a low spender, and I was wondering what characters to build and just general advice. Sure. Chick Captain America. Hold on, my null must wipe your whole team, so... No! Your null's a cheater, so Sentry came in down. Come on, Sentry, take him out. That's right. Behold! Look at them doing no damage. Boom! Sentry! No! Sentry! Get back up. Get him. One more to go. Well, that's a tier 3 gore, too. A tier 3 gore took out my Sentry? Didn't someone say he counters Sentry? Kind of makes sense. Boom. All right. Sentry is banned in Vibranium. They might be in a different league. Fair. I still can't clear the 3 Inhuman missions on 14.5. I think I'll need to tier 4 Medusa, and I don't wanna. Also, Sector 14. Miles' hero uniform is turned for that. They don't need the paywall villain uniform. Ah, fair. Fair, fair, fair. That's true. Yeah, I'll come back to that. Oofernut. Oofernut. OOFER cake. Oofer cake. All right. I got to remember. I got to try to remember free-to-play options. So, ooh, you got some decent cards. You better have the procs, bro. Proc. 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 Someone who knows what they're doing. Nice. Beautiful amount of Pierce, too. Yeah, not too bad. You're doing good on your cards. Yeah. Okay. So far, so good. So far, so good. Yep. 20. Okay. Okay. Double 150s. Okay. Okay. Competition. Good choice. Good choice. Can't remember what the max stats are, though. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you know what you're doing. Like, almost. Get that wall to 20. I know. Clash in the wall, but that wall should be 20 at the bottom there. You have it 17. Roll it. Gamble. Rage is fine. It feels like a waste on him, but again with your 17 walls. Do you not like maxed walls? You can see he's like, I don't know how you're pulling off an energy proc with him when you're playing him. He's got more value in PvP. Not that I would put a conquest on him because he's kind of not metal, so I kind of get it. Brilliant. Nice. 1-1. Ooh, and a 300. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Raged. Okay. Oh, that's right. Somebody wanted me to see their Captain America. I mean, you're building your characters right. I don't really have much complaint about your characters. Who to build next was your next question, right? Takes a lot of rerolls, and I'm fine with the second best stat. Okay. That's true. That's fair. Just saying idealistically. You want to know who to build? You could tier 4 Sharon for a world boss clear, but not highly recommended. If you can, get his uniform that makes him work for villains. Forget, that might be seasonal. Dazzler. You don't really need to build her besides for world boss. Spider Gwen, even well, better with the newer uniform, but she's a world boss clearer. A lot of the suggestions are not really big suggestions, though. I mean, you have most of the most useful folks. Support and otherwise. Most of the support characters work support characters even if you don't build them. Uniforms hurt, but that's not building. You need her uniform, but she's meta in AB. You need to reroll her ISO 8 set too. Crescent's a consideration. I know she's expensive and she's not super free-to-play friendly, but she is meta in AB if you want to consider her. I might sit on a lot of your mats for right now, to be honest. Yeah. Aside from Crescent, only for AB. I'm not sure I'm seeing anyone I would recommend you building on your account. I'm doing an air pass. Yeah, it's kind of hard to give advice to someone who has their account flushed out. You can consider Beta Ray Bill. He works as a support and a lead, and he. Oh, I just pulled a muscle. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Ouch! 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 Hopefully, you can still hear me as I stand up and make my mic arm as high as possible. Beta Ray Bill works as a lead and support character. He works in World Boss Legendary as a clear, as well as supporting other characters. The main reason to tier 4 him is to use him in World Boss Legendary, but he's worth considering. Bullseye is AB meta. If you have any interest in Alliance Battle, he's worth considering to tier 4. So Crescent, Bullseye, and Beta Ray Bill would be towards the top of my suggested lists for you. And that's about it. I mean, if you want to build Gore, I guess you could tier 4 him, but I don't know if he's good yet or not. You already have the Conquest on him, though. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't got much more advice than that. You for a free-to-play account, your account's actually in really good position right now. Wait, do you have Kid Loki? And you see, yeah, you do, and you already, yeah. I mean, you've not much you can do at this point. Deadpool has good burst damage and does well for me in Otherworld Battle. Fair. In-game name, 63 days. Playing, been focused on PvE so far and just started investing on some PvP like Sentry and picked Agent Venom 5-star artifact for symbiotes at some point. Gotcha. Me? What about you, Fat Bubba? Oh, check your Captain America. Should I build Kamala? So both Kamala Khan and Crystal, they are very close for AB. You are probably going to get most of your use out of Kamala out of AB. So she's going to be another AB character. But you also need to have Black Bolt for the leadership, and you need Medusa for the support to really get the most out of it for the Inhuman Day. So she's worth building. Crystal's close enough that you could choose Crystal instead. That's going to be a personal preference choice. But yeah, I mean, Kamala absolutely has value if you can get her newest uniform. All right. Bubba wants to show me his Captain America. Tier 4 with a rage? Really? Why a rage? I don't understand the choice of the rage. And you don't have any of his Odin's Blessing sparkly. What I don't know what you're doing here. Thank you for all that. It's not much help, but yeah, I mean, it's mostly confirmation that you're doing the best you can under your circumstances, and there's a handful of options to consider for tier 4, including Kamala that you mentioned. I also got Rage on my cap. She is not an Inhuman. Who's not an Inhuman? Kamala? Did they make her a mutant? Come on. Get off of it. No. Kamala Khan is not Inhuman. Right there, dude. Allies. Inhuman. Stop. About to say, we use her for Inhuman Day. They all are sparkly? Oh, they don't look like they're sparkly to me. If you say so. The Alter Bridge X. What is your questions? Been very unlucky with CTP chests. Last 4 chests were 2 patience and 2 transcendence. But you could use them for re-rolling and reforging. So it's not bad to have fodder. I know it's not ideal, but it's not bad to have some fodder. So what are your questions, Alterbridge? Check her uniform from Miss Marvel of the Marvel. She's human. Oh, so they had her not Inhuman at one time. She switched between Inhuman and Human. That's so weird. Cap is one of those characters I only have tier 4 because he was in a selector. Same with Ant-Man, and you can tell in the way Ant-Man is built. Yeah, same thing. Ant-Man I've never built either. You know, Neck used to swear by Ant-Man. He loved that character. Question is, should I pivot now to PvP tunes with my current roster? Ah, gotcha. No. And I already say no because right now you have 3 PvP characters. These top 3 characters here, Deadpool, Captain America, and Wolverine, are PvP characters. You're not really going to get much use out of them in other game modes. Yes, they can work in other game modes, but they're not optimal choices. These 3 here, Loki, Moon Knight, and Venom, are... That's painful to see. That's also painful to see. His new uniform is very spammy. He's going to be better off with a competition or a rage, by the way. This is good, though. This is good. You want to roll this up at the bottom number there, being a 0.5 out of 1. You want that 0.9 of 1 with the enraged. So if you can re-roll that. And finish your ISO 8 sets. These 3 characters here are PvP characters. All 3 of them are also AB characters. AB Alliance Battle. Thor is a world boss character. Sentry, if you want to build him, he is gonna kick some butt in PvP for you. Storm should be tiered 4 as soon as you can. She's one of the top 5 characters. If you can, Mephisto and Doctor Strange as well. Mephisto, Doctor Strange, and Storm are 3 of the best characters for PvE game modes. If you can get Storm, Cyclops, and Dazzler, that's like her dream team. Yeah, no uniforms and not building. I personally, like I said, I would recommend building Storm, Doctor Strange, and Mephisto if you can. Those are the 3 I would recommend for you before shifting to PvP. To me, and it depends what you like. Right here, at the end of the day, if you're having fun, you're playing right. But in my opinion, you get more out of PvE than you get out of PvP. PvP is so competitive, and chasing the meta is very difficult and expensive, and the rewards are subpar compared to PvE rewards. I feel like you get better rewards out of PvE. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just biased. I do prefer PvE myself. Sentry might also be a future investment. He'll be in Doomsday, but that movie has a massive cast. Surely not everyone gets a uniform. True. True. Question, I mean full-on PvP focus. If you want to spend money on your account, go for it. If you want to spend money on your account, 100% you need to build Sentry. You want Ebony Maw, you want Colossus, you want Null, you want Agent Venom, you want Gore. Yeah, if you want to go full PvP, you can, but grinding the materials to work on your characters comes from PvE. So if you want to spend the money, by all means. I don't like PvP personally, so I am biased. Difficulty to clear the Dispatch 13. How can I clear that? Because the villains are level 82 and my tier 4 cannot beat that. Sorry for repeating the question. No, you're fine. You're fine. I missed it. Dispatch 13. Which level are you looking at specifically? All of them in general, or is there a specific one that you're looking for? And a lot of your changes to your account, like building your cards and swords properly, are going to make a huge difference. The key thing to remember, especially with dispatch, the number one thing is it's all about ignoring dodge. So if you have characters like Doctor Strange, his leadership, and Valkyrie support, or you could also use Cable leadership, you could use Gambit's leadership, but Doctor Strange with Valkyrie and Loki is probably one of the best clear teams for all dispatch. Ignore dodge is the number one trick. The number two trick is building your account up. Having proper cards and swords on your account affects everyone. Hey, Rag. Am I the longest person playing the game? 11 years? Maybe. I might only be 10 years. I can't remember how long I've been playing for. I played about a year after it came out. Maybe 2 years. I don't remember. Colossus is a great character for low spending for free to play. He's not meta, but gives good reduction, and a transcended character. He has a low cost of entry. I agree. That's why I recommended him as one of the characters. Remember me? Of course I do. You've been coming here regularly. Absolutely remember you, Rag. Does that make sense, though, Foreign? Cynic says he's played all 11 years, but I don't know if he's a day one player. Fair. You want to know something that annoys the crap out of me? Is I couldn't use my typical game screen name. I had to use my other name, which usually is not associated with gaming, because somebody created an account 11 years ago and never logged in again. They have a level 1 account that is 11 years old claiming my name. Look at this. Look at this. Barely touched the game. Bastard. Oh, wait a minute. Does it say how long I've been playing for? If you look me up on my front... no, I guess you got to search me. Someone needs to search me, because I don't think I can search myself. I don't think I can. Cannot add yourself as a friend. Why not? I don't remember where it says how long you've been playing for. It's got to be somewhere. That account is literally 1 hour of play. Right? I know. That's why it pisses me off. It's alright. Shit happens. I half want to ask Netmarble, like, you know, I'm a star creator. I talk about how great your game is all the time. This name has been unavailable to me for 11 years because somebody 11 years ago logged on and played once or twice. The car system was way different back then. Alright. Well, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to go have lunch. I've been streaming for 2 hours. As always, I appreciate every one of you for hanging out. It's always good to have people to interact with. I hope my advice is helpful. I hope you can find what you're looking for both here through the stream and through the Discord. If you want to check out the Discord. We have friendly helper folks that have been playing for a while. And if I don't have an answer, usually one of them has an answer of some form. So, yeah. Come check us out. Follow the rules. Don't be jerks. Have fun. Enjoy your gaming. And I will catch you next Saturday, because I gotta run. I'm hungry. All right. Peace out, yo. Bye for now.